How you doing today, folks? So first off, we don't have a true unboxing. I unboxed this on an actual video, and my fucking door got kicked in. Wasn't a big deal at all. It was literally just a crackhead. As soon as it was clear someone was in the house, they took off. Yeah, that was a thing. But I'm gonna go ahead and do a brief unboxing of this actual piece. It's not going to be a review. I'm not going to give it a final score. This is very much a knife designed for self-defense as well as kind of like concealed carry and everything else, and I can't really give you a fair assessment of what that is based on just sitting here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out real quick and basically give my first impressions, do a brief cut test, puncture test, and then it's going to be about it. So this is the Socp. It's a dagger. This is the American Sniper version of it, so it's kind of a limited edition one. This is sent to me by a very generous person. I really do appreciate you, brother. I'm not sure if I can list your name on the channel. I forgot to ask, so I'm not going to do that. But just know I really, really appreciate you. Thank you for the very fair price and being just an overall amazing human being. I love you, man. So a couple size comparisons before we get too far into this whole thing. Here is a Spyder Paramilitary 2. So it is a pretty decently long knife, but it's, again, very, very thin, very easy to conceal. Here's a Benchmade Warlock, or Benchmade Warlock. Jesus Christ, I'm not here right now. A Asheville Steel Paragon Knives Warlock. And there's a Best Tech Shinkansen, customized by my buddy Ryan Palmer. So, as far as the initial pieces of this knife, does cut, pierces very easily. Also, a fun fact, we as human beings are not very durable, so if you take about 8 pieces of paper, a little bubble wrap envelope, and you pierce it, that's about the resistance you will have going into an actual person or a ballistics gel piece, for example, which to signify human flesh. Obviously, we have bones, muscles, fibers, tendons that make us a little tougher, but like as far as going into an actual soft spot, it really is about that easy. So the point definitely is very effective for that. As far as the actual ergonomics in hand, I have pretty damn big hands. I'm actually on the blade, so that's a little concerning. I'm on the serrated piece right here. So I kind of got to twist my hand a little bit, and I have to hold it like this. Otherwise, I'm physically on the blade, and that's not good. So that's not quite ideal for me. If I do hold it like this, it's a bit better. So if I do it like this, I'm nowhere near the actual blade, so that's much better. So go ahead and scratch that first impression. But feels decent in the hands, very much a karambit style. I fundamentally disagree with the whole concept of the captive rings. I actually know people that train with these type of things, and if anybody ever grabs this, they can physically twist your finger, cut the actual skin off, and deglove your finger. And I've seen that happen a whole bunch of times. I've actually seen that happen just in basic training. So it's something that I really hope everybody is going to be careful about. If you do happen to carry something like that, carry it like this, where somebody really grabs it and really wants it, they can get it. You can get your finger out. It's not really an issue. If you go deep like this, does it feel better in hand? Yes, but again, you can literally lose your entire finger minus the bone and deglove yourself, which is an ugly, ugly situation. So the big star of this knife, though, is the sheath. We have a completely just sterile back piece, because this is designed to fit as comfortably as possible against your actual skin or piece of clothing. It's meant to be very concealable, and it very much is. I had a Socp for about a little over a year and a half in a standard version of it. Gave it to a buddy of mine. Said buddy of mine lost it. Anyways, long story. This is a bit more of an upgraded version, so it has a bit more of a retention piece on here, so that's nice. It did tend to slide out of the pocket. If you do conceal carry this on your abdomen, for example, it will not go anywhere, but if you put this in a pocket, it might pop the actual sheath out when you draw, so that's not really ideal. But I'm pretty sure with this piece right here, that's not really going to happen anymore. But very solid piece, very concealable. You don't really need a big-ass knife if you're trying to fight somebody. I recommend you not doing that in general. I carry this today, so obviously that's a big badass knife. To be clear, I would not use this to defend myself. It's an expensive ass piece. If I lost that, I would be sad. This is between 160 to 190. The person who sold it to me, this is $25. So again, fantastic person. I really do appreciate that. Things have been kind of slow on work end. Well, actually, they've been going back and forth from being crazy busy to completely dead. And right now they're completely dead. So I did not have very much money at all. Expressed that to him and offered a middle ground of what his price and my price was. And he's like, you know what, man, give me $25. We have a deal. I was like, are you serious? He's like, yeah, I'm serious. And then that was how it worked. So very nice piece. Ergonomics for my hands are a little lackluster, but you're also not going to be really hard using this piece. This has 440C steel. A lot of people have a problem with 440C. To be clear, once upon a time, 440C was an absolute super steel and was the best of the best. So it's definitely a very, very solid steel. As far as M390s and S90Vs and 204Ps and everything else, does it have the best edge retention? No, but it's overall a very, very solid piece. Because we have the serrated blade here and it is one-sided, it's much more functional. I'm not really a huge fan of serrations in general, but they are there and that's cool, I guess. It's not really a good or a bad thing for me, just kind of whatever. I hate serrations because I sharpen my knives and I use my knives, and I hate sharpening serrations, but if you don't have any problem sharpening serrations, there's nothing wrong with serrations. They're not bad for the knife or anything, they're just a pain in the ass. But decent ergonomics, even like this, you can use it as a scalpel, so to speak. And then again, and the traditional way you're supposed to hold it, very comfortable. Not the greatest, but definitely still pretty damn solid. And something like this, you're not going to want to use very much. Again, pull it out if you have to use it, train a little bit, deal with some openings and drawings and closings and everything else, and a couple of different close combat maneuvers, and then for the most part, leave it alone. And for that, it's a very, very solid piece. Overall, I'm very impressed. The one I carried for about a year and a half, I used the shit out of. Never had to stab anybody, thank God. I did practice it in drills and prize and a whole bunch of other different types of stuff. Held up very well. So overall, it's a very solid piece. Again, not going to give this a score, but I do really enjoy this piece. I enjoyed the original one I had. I'm going to enjoy this one a little bit more. Very nice. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. This is basically just me letting you guys take a look at it. An actual review will be coming soon. That review will be done in my actual dojo with people who are trained, and you'll have a much better impression of what you can actually get done with this whole piece. I'm not a self-defense channel at all, but I do very much practice martial arts, and I have for a very long time. I know a whole bunch of very knowledgeable people. A lot of people have been asking for me to review this knife, so if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. So anyways, I love you all, folks. As always, take care and bye.